Now, before I do the book review, I think that I'm going to read a quote. I mean, not a quote, a tweet that I did. I believe, and I said this, I believe that you can be humble and still aim high and live your dream. Too many people use the word ego as an excuse to not living their dream. Live however you want. You have the power to create your dream, right? Now, a lot of people use this word ego, right, to stop them from living their dream. I don't care what it is. You know what your ego is? Your fear, right? A lot of people have fear in their life, and they tell them story that they're going to live their dream, but then their fear is based upon ego, right? Think about it. Fear are your ego. Fear is your worst enemy, and most people say that successful people have a lot of ego. Yeah, they do. That's why you know them, Steve Jobs. Um, but also, you got to be humble. Too many people aren't humble. Now, most people use this out of context, right? They use ego so that they don't have to do their dreams, right? You can be humble and still live the way you wanted to. Like, there's nothing wrong with that. I think that too many people have this notion that there's something wrong with you uh, uh, chasing or um, see. I believe that dreams are there for a reason. Dreams are there for you to pull something out of you that you never knew you had. I don't care how long you live in this planet. If you're too afraid to live your dreams, then please don't use the excuse of the ego. The ego is your fear, and you let your fear talk you out of achieving your dreams. I believe that dreams are important because it gives you the ability to see something that you've never seen before, and that is the ability. Now, most people ask me why do I reach out to successful people and interview and get them the advice? Because it's not that easy. They can reject you at any time. Now, most people say that it is not meant for you. Sure, it's not meant for me or not, but it's what I got to try. The thing is, true failure is not. It's not. True failure is not trying. Too many people give up on their dream. Too many people say you want to achieve this and you never done it. So I ask you today that the reason why I reach out to successful people because people have in their mind and they think that celebrities, authors, and successful people are gods. And so they stop themselves from reaching from successful people, right? And besides, they know the road ahead, right? They know the road ahead. They have 20 years of experience more than me, right? I'm just starting. So is it better for me to cut my learning curve? But also, most people forget that you have a long time to live. But you will age, and then soon you will go back to the earth again. So, what is why people people always say that is the ego, that people want too much? It's okay to want too much, but it's how you say it to yourself, right? You say you want this, and then you say your ego. That's an ego thing, but it's not an ego thing. It is an ego is based on your fear. But the thing is, most people aren't comfortable to attack their fear. Why are you letting your fear stop you from doing something that you're meant to do, something greater in life, right? That's why I tell people that I'm scared to interview successful people because they might say no. But I still go anyway. Most people say you don't need to work that hard. Then why? Why? I believe those interviews that I try to get are a challenge that make me happy, right? And most people, that's why I look up to Gary Vee a lot. I look up to Bob Proctor because Bob Proctor knows this, right? So I also give you a tweet from Bob. I saw it, and I agree with what he says. Bob Proctor said, he tweeted out, use your comfort zone to relax and restore, not to live in. Mentally prepare your next challenge. If it was easy, everyone would do it. Exactly. Too many people use their ego so they can stay in the comfort zone and not try, because if it was easy, everybody would have done it. If only a small select of people would achieve their dream. Now, today I will be doing a book review of Evan Carmichael Top 10 Rules for Success. His new book came out, and I appreciate their team that reached out. They want me to do a book review, and they gave me a free PDF. And today I'm going to read you. Today I'm going to read you and say this: that reading is not enough. Right? You actually, all these videos that I did, from law of attraction, from all the way through book reviews, you have to take that piece of knowledge and take the action, right? Face of fear. Most people in the law of attraction say ask, believe, and receive. But they wait for the thing to happen. I think that you have a myth in your head, right? Most people have a myth in their head that they need to ask, believe, receive. I think there's an inherent problem in the law of attraction community, and I'm still going to say it. It's because, I hear it a lot. I hear it from my best friend, from people. They have fear, rejection. They fear their own. They have fear, rejection. I don't care how spiritual they are. They have pain in their life. So what happened is they're risk adverse. That means they're afraid that it might happen, so they're not trying. They don't try. So it's the same thing. Like, for me, the most successful people have a lot of pain in their life. You know why? Because they try more things. They fail more. The day that you fail, meaning you learned something, you did something. But if you let your ego tell you that failure is not failure, or the thing is, that is your ego talk. You justify why it doesn't work out. You tell the story that you say it doesn't work out because it wasn't meant for me. The heck with that rule. If it does not meant for you, you still do. Most people say it was not meant for them. But I say those dreams, those things that you have within you, are there for you to learn something. I think that dreams are there for you to learn something about yourself. Dreams are, in essence, a journey that we take. And as we take it, we take a path, and we see that this path may be crazy to others. But it's ourselves. It makes us fulfill, make us happy. And I think that's what matters. What makes you happy, and do it that. But too many people are afraid. They play the story of how safe they feel. That's the ego talking. See, no, most people don't even think about this. Ego is talking about safety. Ego talks about don't face your fear. Ego say wait for things to happen and don't make things happen. That's ego. You play a story too much, and then you say, "Oh, I don't want to be rejected." That's the ego playing. That's the ego playing the story in your mind. So in this book, I read it. Think of this book like meeting the world's greatest mentor, and them giving you a daily personal challenge with specific advice on how to be the best version of yourself. One of the best ways to be great is to surround yourself with greatness. The more you are around successful people, ideas, and mindset, the more successful you will become. My advice to you in picking up this book is do not read it like a book. Do just read it cover to cover. You'll blow through it too quickly, miss too many lessons, and not take enough action. I want you to get results from reading this book. I want you to move closer to building the dream business and dream life that you want for yourself. And here's how to get it. Every day, start your day by reading just one page of this book. Then take action. That's it. One page. than action. It's because people are too greedy, right? When they're reading a book, right? They want everything today. I do too. But the thing is, when I read something good, I start implementing into life. Too many people, it's the same thing as the law of attraction. People wait, consume, never take any action. That's one inherent flaw. You know, you don't just visualize. Don't sit there and visualize and tell yourself, wait. I was thinking, I don't want to wait for the rest of my life to be able to do my dream. Why? You don't. I know that people say, they believe in, past life, but look, I got things to do, place to be, and I have to live my dream. And if you let your ego talk yourself out of it, hey, that ego is yours. You want safety. You don't want risk. Risk. Most people don't understand. Um, Most people don't understand what it truly ego is. True ego is letting your fear talk yourself out of you taking your dream in action. That is fear. Now, most people disagree, but think about it. If you were really truly happy, then you wouldn't use the ego to say and justify it and make the excuse. I think that too many people use the ego word to justify not living their dream. Stop using the word ego, right? The word ego, I'm gonna put it. The word ego, I'm labeling it as fear, is safety, your comfort zone, and you trying to feel safe in life. That is your ego. And listen to everybody else. That is your ego. I want I want you to get rid of. Reading one page every morning does feel things for you. First, it's easy to do just one page. You have time every day to read one page in a book. Second, it's motivation. Being around successful people who are sure their wisdom will rub off on you. If you do it daily, then you constantly get genius coming into you. Starting your day with will set up for a great day of being bold, taking action, being productive. Third, it's effective. The best gift you can give yourself is to take action. Don't just read, do something. Each page has two lessons. After you read the one page, think about how you can apply one or both these lessons to your life or business today, even if it's just a tiny, seemingly insignificant action, or do something. Do something. Every day, you take two genius ideas and apply them. Don't let deep knowledge and wisdom go to waste by blowing through the content one page every day. Then take action. The world will uh, explode forward if you do. This come from Gary V or Gary Vaynerchuk. Have self-awareness. Rule 2. Rule number 2. Way too many people are going to spend the next 30 or 40 years of their life trying to check the boxes of the things they're not good at. You're going to waste a lot of time and lose. Gary Vaynerchuk. Follow your passion is enough. It's your ticket in. It doesn't guarantee your success. The next step successful people take is having a self-awareness, like finding and applying your one word. They understand what they're good at, what they had Michael Jordan level talent at, and they pursue that instead of trying to do everything themselves. They plan a schedule, work environment, and team around themselves, and it leads to an unconventional structure. It's how most people do things, but it's worked for them. And that is the point. Having the self-awareness to understand how you work best and then build a business around it give you the best chance of success. It means understanding you are different and not shying away from that, just so you can fit in with others. Your difference is your power. Having that self-awareness allows you to be authentic, while others are faking their way through life. They allow you to speak up, while others are too afraid to act. It allows you to trust your instincts, while others are waiting for the approval of other people. The hardest fight is understanding what the best version of you look like. With that clarity, the world will conspire to help you get it. Number 5, work hard. I would not be outworked, period. You might have more talent than me. You might be smarter than me. You might be sexier than me. But if we get on the treadmill together, there's two things. You getting off first or I'm going to die. It's really that simple. What's next? Working hard is a must if you want to become a success. Forget about the 4-hour work week. Forget about trying to make a passive income. Yes. You want to work smart? Yes. You want to model success to shortcut your path, and you need to work hard. Look at everyone who has success that you look up to. They put in the hard work to get there. Of all the rules, working hard is the one that people find most difficult to accept. You're constantly looking for shortcuts. You're looking for ways to automate things. You're looking for ways to delegate things. That's great, and you should keep doing that. But the goal of freeing up your time is so you can use that extra time. So you now have to focus on your big goals, continue to work hard. Quite often, the people at the top aren't the most natural talent. They just outwork everyone else. Hard work beats talent when talent doesn't work hard. I can't read all that because I take pictures. Embrace failure. Too many people don't like to fail. I'm serious. Too many people, you should fail. Now most people disagree, but you should. You learn more by failing than you learn by succeeding most of the time. You must win. You must fail 100%, 100 times to succeed once. That's part of it. No one succeeds the first time. I have to teach myself early on. Expect to fail. Expect it. Expect it. Cover it. Welcome it. It's going to happen, but it's not going permanent today. Stallone. Most people are so afraid to fail that they don't even try, and that's the biggest failure of all. When you first start anything, you're going to fail. When you first try to snowboard, you will fail. When you first try to learn French, you will mispronounce every single word. When you start on your entrepreneurial journey, you're going to make many mistakes because you don't know what you're doing. Yet it's normal. The key is just to fail small. Don't take out a massive loan that you'll be replaying for the rest of your life. Take that big idea that you have and find the smallest possible way to get started and start. If you're failing, it means you're trying something. And if you keep following your passion, focusing and working hard, eventually you'll hit on something big that works. But it only comes through action. You don't have to take a big risk. But you take no risk at all. If you wait until you have 100% of the information, it's too late. The window will close. Someone else will be out there making tons of money out of your ideas in it because they're willing to embrace failure while you won't. Don't let that happen. Ignore the little man. Think of the amount of time that is wasted on negative energy, wondering what other people think of you. What they think of you really doesn't make any difference. It's what you think of you that makes a difference. Stop practice. Love it. The little man is a reference to my first book, Your One Word. The little man is the person in your life who tells you all the reasons why your ideas won't work. And so helping you build up, they tear you down. Sometimes it's out of love, sometimes out of jealousy, sometimes we do it to ourselves. Part of why we fear failure so much isn't just the idea we had didn't work as expected. It's that we worry about failing in front of other people. What will other people around you, your friends, your parents, your family, think when you fail? How will they see you? What would they say? You never have the success you after if you're living the life according to other people's expectations. When you're growing up, you do what your parents tell you to do. But at some point, you need to decide that this is your life. You're going to live it, and what you do instead of trying to please the other people around you. That's you got to do what you got to do. Most people wait for things to happen, watch it, and pass it go by. And that's why most people want to become entrepreneurs. They don't want things to go by. They want to take massive action, do their dreams. This comes from Steve Jobs, and I love this quote. When you grow up, you tend to get told the world is the way it is, and your life is just to live your life inside the world. Try to not bash into the wall too much. Try to have a nice family life, have fun, save a little money, but that's a very limited life. Life can be much broader once you discover one simple fact, and that is that everything around you that you all call life was made up by people that were no smarter than you. And you can change it. You can influence. You can build your own thing that other people can use. And that the minute you can understand that you can poke life and that you can change it, you can mold it, that maybe the most important thing is to shake off this erroneous notion that life is there and you're just going to live in it. Versus embrace it, change it, improve it, make your mark upon it. I think that the very important and however you learn that once you learn learn it, you'll want to change life and make it better because it's kind of messed up in a lot of ways. Once you learn that, you will never be the same again. And this comes from Steve Jobs too. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Believe that things will work out. Follow your intuition. Correct. Curiosity. Trust your heart even when it leads you off a well-worn path. You have to trust that the dots will somehow connect in your future. The only way to do great work is to love what you do. Even if you haven't found yet, keep looking. Don't settle. As for all matter of heart, you know when you'll find it. Don't be trapped by living with the results of other people thinking. Don't let the noise of other people's opinion drown out your own inner voice. And important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. They somehow already know what you want to become. Everything else is secondary. Too many people listen to the voice of the others. That's the opinions of people who are teaching. Sometimes is the limitation of what they have. I believe that in my opinion, this is my opinion. I'm right-brained, right? I am right-brained, but also we live in a world with information and knowledge, right? I believe that it's inherently important to have knowledge where you're trying to grow, where you're trying to build your business, whatever that is. People don't understand that. Imagination is great, but I think we also need knowledge. Now, this is my opinion, and the reason why I say that without knowledge, you wouldn't be able to grow or understand people or understand marketing or selling or relationship. Like most people think that relationship doesn't take work. They believe in the movie that it's going to be happily ever after, but I disagree. I mean, I love romantic movies nowadays, now and then, right? But relationships take work, right? Most people think it doesn't take work. People have this illusion that relationship can work itself out, but it doesn't. And most people have this notion that you can improve just by. I think if you inject knowledge, you can improve your relationship more better. Most people don't believe in knowledge because they read in these spiritual texts and say that imagination is unlimited. But I also disagree with knowledge is limited. Yes, it's depend on how you seek your knowledge. Where did you get the knowledge that you seek? You read, you read books, you listen to audio and DVDs. That's how you get knowledge. Now most people always bypass. That's still ego playing. The ego said we don't need knowledge. We just need imagination. Yes, imagination is important. That's why I'm saying I don't go over the edge on saying that it knowledge only become important when you apply it, right? Think that is useless. It's the same thing as imagination and knowledge. These things that people say, imagination is useless if you don't apply that in your life. If you don't take the idea, the intangible idea, and apply it in your life, that is useless. The same as knowledge. Knowledge is useless. Most people believe that knowledge is power. Knowledge is not power. Apply it to become power. So don't get it twisted, ladies and gentlemen. Oh no! It went off. Okay, okay. Now it's about Simon Sig. I like this one. This is one of my favorites. Number one, break the rules. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it the way everyone else done it. You can do it your way. You can break the rules. You just can't get in the way of someone else getting what they want. That's rule number one. Now, I'm trying to break the rules of the myth of a lot of people have in their mind. The egos, the law of attraction, how they play in their mind. Most people believe that if you wait for things to happen, it's still myth in your head. Think about it. Now, most people will say, "Oh, you have not tracked." Well, it's not because I haven't tracked. I did something that most people dare not do, and that is reaching out to successful people because you are afraid that you'll get rejected by them. Are you afraid? Most people are afraid in the law of attraction. They ask, believe, and receive, and some people, because I'm here to solve their problem. So most people are afraid to ask for what they want. And some they ask and believe. How come it doesn't work? because you have not faced your fear yet, because you have lots of ego getting in your way of doing that. And yes, I have failed a lot, and I'm still gonna fail. I'm still gonna keep going. It doesn't matter. So I'm gonna break the rules of the myth that people have in the law of attraction community, the myth that people have a lot about egos, a lot of about books, about imagination, everything, because people don't like it because it doesn't sound familiar. Like I said, what sounds familiar, it's safe. What the information that you have inside your head, it feels safe. That's why you don't destroy the idea that most people have. Most people have it's inside this ridiculous notion. I will not wait for things to happen. I will make it happen. I'm not watching for. I tell you what. I've been doing that my whole life. I've been watching for things to happen, waiting for some miracle to happen, and bam, things happen. No, it doesn't happen like that, ladies and gentlemen. If I didn't keep going to Bob Doyle or tweeting, look, I think Bob Proctor, Deepak Chopra, they're successful in their own right. They know the road ahead. Bob Doyle too. They know the road ahead. Edwin Carmichael know the road ahead. Isn't it more wiser to seek out them, to listen to them, the wisdom, right? They know where they're going. They have been successful. They have more failure than most of you, more than people. Because I'm telling you, most people are afraid to fail because their ego is still playing in the back of their mind. And this by I can't really read his name, but I'll say Sid Guru. It's Sadhguru. Rule number 5 he has, produce nice movie in your mind. To create fear, you have to use excessive imagination. See? People use excessive imagination. That's why I said most people will use imagination wrong. They've been using it their whole life, but they use it wrong. To not be in fear, you don't have to do anything. Fear is happening because of excessive imagination. Things that have not happened, you're creating. What may happen to your mind happens in 1,000 different formats, and most probably never happen. The thing that you fear probably 99% will never happen. Fear means you're producing horror movies in your mind. Nobody else is one to watch. That's bad for the producer, but you're producing them so you produce something else. Produce a comedy, a loving story, suspense, thrill. Try and see today. Just sit down and produce a love story. It's suspense thriller, a comedy. 5-minute movie you make in your mind. Really, start using your mind differently. I highly agree. That's why I believe that injecting new knowledge is to be able to shake things. And it's like, wake up. This is not how it is. You're still living in reality. I mean, based upon the inadequate knowledge that you have. And this comes from Jack Ma. And I like this one because too many people complain. They complain for everything. For me, I use the story to be able to tell stories. So because stories you believe, stories you will remember more stories than knowledge or facts and figures. Don't complain. Look for opportunities. I want to tell young people. Most people complain. Where are the opportunities? People start complaining. Some people complain. Some people start change themselves, changing others. Where the opportunity is where the complaints are. Where's the trouble? Where's the opportunity? I always believe that. That's why I seek. When people complain about the law of attraction, I will use that and not use that. I will find a way to solve people's problem because there is an inherent problem with the law of attraction community, and that I don't care what title you give, whether it's a light worker, best-selling author. If you don't treat people with kindness, I don't care what title you have. Because I remember I read an article from my friend. She shared it on Facebook, and it hurt me because how can you say you're a light worker but you still destroying our world? And yes, I'm using this platform to be able to at least you make aware that I don't care what title you have. I don't care what you say. If you destroy this world for evil and you destroy it with anger and massive anger and destroy it and hurt people, you're not a light worker. Please do not use the light worker just to justify your hate toward other human beings. Don't hate other human beings. If you're a light worker, why don't you heal the world? Why don't you love the world? You say love, that matters, then why don't you do it? Ladies and gentlemen, I think that we need to go to the root of the cause of the problem, and that's your subconscious mind. That is your ideas are based upon how you think want things to be. But the reality is, that is not how things are. You say these things, but you do another. Why? Because you're angry of how the world is. That's why you do it. And what I say is be kind to people. It's not always easy because people are rude, right? People are mean. And and as see most people don't understand as you grow older, you will hear I hear a lot of pain from older folks and a lot of that's why a lot of older folks keep to themselves because they've been dealt more pain than most people and they understand it because they live longer and they understand it. That's why I can hear it. I can hear the story. Yesterday I saw the post of my old classmate of mine from boarding school, and she was talking about how people are being mean to her. Most people understand that people, whether regardless, they're gonna say something regardless you do your dreams or you don't do your dreams. People gonna say things regardless. It's how you use that pain to guide. I have a lot of people say things to me, but I use that pain to harness to inspire you to do something and stop letting your ego get in the way. Most people use the ego word to justify not living their dream. They use the ego to keep them safe at night so they don't have to take risk. That is the truth, ladies and gentlemen. I don't care what it is. That is my message. Right? Stop using the ego word to justify you're not taking the action. Now, most people say, look, I want things to come to me like that. So let me ask you, so you want things to come like that without working? And it doesn't make you feel fulfilled? I'd rather not live that life. That life is waiting for you're gonna be waiting forever. So you gotta do the work and do what you need to do to live your dream. I'm sorry that this it might sound cruel to you. It might sound it touch you the deep part of your mind because it's true. Most people don't like to hear it. So thank you so much for Evan Carmichael team for reaching out and giving me a free ebook. And I'm so grateful for that. And you guys always do an amazing job and keep up the great work. Subscribe to my channel, like my video. Oh, I'll see you next time. Bye bye.